There's a new systematic review of the research on the substitution of animal protein with plant protein for cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes risk. In total, they reviewed 13 randomized controlled trials and 7 cohort studies. And most of the randomized controlled trials compared a plant protein supplement to a milk-based protein supplement. The meta-analysis of randomized controlled trials found that plant protein can lower total cholesterol by 0.11 millimoles per liter and LDL cholesterol by 0.14 millimoles per liter. That might not sound like much, but remember, we're just comparing protein supplements in most cases. So many of the compounds we'd expect to have an effect, like fiber and saturated fat, are actually removed. So the fact that there was still a statistically significant difference is actually quite impressive. The cohort studies generally found that replacing a relatively modest amount of animal protein, about 3 to 5% of calories, with plant protein could lower the risk of cardiovascular outcomes. This was most consistent when replacing red meat protein specifically, but some of the studies did detect a benefit from replacing other animal protein sources with plant protein as well. Interestingly, the studies often adjusted for saturated fat and fibers, so the benefits aren't likely to be due to differences there. This suggests that other components that are inherent to the foods may be responsible for some of this benefit. That could be the cholesterol and heme iron in meat, possibly raising risk, and the polyphenols in plants lowering risk. And although only 2 of the studies actually looked at type 2 diabetes risk, they also suggest that replacing animal protein with plant protein can lower risk. So this is more evidence that the shift towards more plant protein is a great choice.